As we kick off the new year, Mayor Greg Fischer is preparing his State of the City address this week. He's joining us now with a sneak peek of what we can expect to hear. Thank you again so much for joining us. I know we were talking kind of during the break, some good and the bad as far as if we start first with Frankfort, the legislative session back in today. Pension is going to be a big deal, not only at the Capitol, but it'll affect us in Louisville.
Absolutely. First, Happy New Year.
Yes,
to you
too.
all your viewers here. Well, lots of momentum obviously taking place in the city, but the General Assembly is starting their first day in Frankfort, so that always impacts us as a city. There's a couple things that they're looking at right now, but one really big issue is how are they going to deal with this whole pension reform issue? And how do you look at this big expense obligation without looking at tax reform while you put together a two-year budget? So they've really got their hands full. We want to help them any way we can. Louisville's the economic engine of the state, so obviously their decisions they make have a big impact, not just on us, but the whole state.
I know last year you touted $9 billion, I believe, in the economic growth with the hotels that are booming. I feel like every couple months we have a new one popping up in Louisville, but obviously it's
no, it's great news.
purpose.
That $9 billion number now is $12.5 billion. It's been announced or under construction, so a lot of those will be opening this year. And what that means for everybody in the city is just jobs and lots more jobs. So we've got great momentum taking place in Louisville, both in terms of job growth. Unemployment is under 4% right now, but all these new hotels and apartment complexes, retail, restaurants opening up next year or this year. So 18 is going to be an exciting year.
With like Whiskey Row, I know is going to be a big deal. You mentioned the unemployment rates. I know last year was about 3.5. Around you said about 4.
We're right around the national average, around 3.7%. We were at 10% at one time. People forget. We've come a long way in a relatively short period of time.
And speaking of with the hotels and everything downtown, bourbonism I think has just taken off in the last year or so.
Well, it's the first time we've ever had a year-round tourism type experience. So we're going to have more visitors than we had last year, 24 million tourist visits last year. There's 25 hotels under construction or announced right now. So between the opening of the expanded Kentucky Downtown Convention Center and bourbonism, you can see the hospitality industry really growing in our city. And
I know that we've spoken to you about this time and time again too, but you also have to look at as far as the crime in our area. That's still going to be a top priority looking forward to 2018.
Well, public safety always is, and so we saw good trend with our crime numbers. They're all down in all categories except one this past year. Homicides, we've been able to reverse that. One is too many. We talk about that all the time, but LMPD is really doing a good job. We've got a good plan. We've got federal partners with the FBI and the DA and ATF. So we got good involvement from citizens. So the more we work together, I think what I say is safety is co-production. In other words, it takes everybody in the city.
Agreed. All right, Mayor, thank you again so much. A lot happening. And that State of the City address is when this week?
Thursday. South Central Library in Oklahoma.
All right. We will be there. Thank you again.
All right. Happy New Year.
You too.